The Bergara Premier Series Competition Rifle, MSRP $25.99. Weight starting at 12.7 pounds. Capacity magazine fed 10 rounds. This model is chambered in 6GT. Overall length of 46 inches, barrel length of 26 inches, twist rate 1.75. Magazine style is AICS detachable and holds 10 rounds as stated. So guys, I just kind of wanted to throw up a video about the Bergara Custom, the Premier Series Competition Rifle, because they sent it over to me for review, and I have found this rifle to be excellent right out of the box. You're going to see some images of me shooting it at Altus in Florida. I'll throw some groups up there to show you what kind of accuracy I was getting, but really just wanted to kind of tell you what I kind of like about it, and maybe, something that I dislike about it. I'm not paid in any way by Bergara to say nice things about their stuff. So just because I am overall a fairly nice person, and so I like to say good things about people's products, doesn't mean that I am a shill or something like that. So I'm only addressing that because I get it quite often. It's like, man, you never say anything bad about stuff. Well, I choose to be a positive person, so I don't know what to tell you there. Anyway, so the first thing that kind of pops right out at you with this rifle is the chassis. And of course, the Masterpiece Arms BA Comp chassis is a premium chassis. If you were to just buy the chassis by itself, right, you're looking at, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, something like that, depending on the configuration, the features that you get. But this chassis has been around from Masterpiece Arms for quite a number of years. In fact, the very first rifle that I kind of purchased for PRS was a Masterpiece Arms rifle. And it was a tack driver then. The chassis had tons of features. It's only gotten better, right? A few things that I really love is the, milled-in Arca Swiss up in the front. Now that, obviously you can attach your bipod to it, slide your bipod fore and aft on that rail, attaches to tripods easily. Like, it just has those sweet features. I like the adjustability towards the rear end. You obviously just got the turn wheels where you can adjust for length of pull or for your cheek height. It's got a nice bag rider. I like all of those features. You can really fine-tune this rifle to fit you well. It's got a vertical grip, which I prefer for kind of our upright, off of positional barricade type of shooting that we do these days. It just really allows your body to get into the right position, helps you address the trigger in a 90-degree kind of in line with fundamentals fashion. Obviously, having the AICS detachable box type magazine functionality is ideal for the tactical style of shooting that you find in competitions these days, and so that's good. Adjustable mag catch, of course, you can kind of fine-tune how that rides in there. The Masterpiece Arms chassis also kind of comes with that night vision bridge up there if you choose to mount some kind of night vision on it or use it for other purposes. That can be a nice feature. It offers the fact that it is Remington 700 compatible. What that means is anything that's made for Remington 700, which is most things in our industry right now, you can swap out to different chassis and different triggers. It does come with a Trigger Tech trigger in it, which is adjustable and feels amazing. If you've never felt a Trigger Tech, you're cheating yourself. Just go ahead and spend the money. You'll thank me. Just wanted to say thank you again to Bergara for sending the rifle over. This one has been a hammer. I've had no issues with it. It ran well for all of the testing that I've done. Right out of the box, I was pleased with it. Like, I just feel like a guy could spend this money on this rifle. You're getting basically a custom rifle for a little bit less money than you would if you parted everything out, because it's a factory rifle from Bergara. But don't let that fool you into thinking that it is less than. I think you could be very happy and competitive with a rifle like this, no questions asked, right from the box. So a couple of things that I don't necessarily like. I'm not a big fan of this particular spigot mount on the front of this this chassis. I feel like to use that spigot mount, you get a little more flex and bounce, when you shoot it on the bipod. Now, it's not much, guys. Like, right, we're talking about 6mm, 6.5s. You put a brake on the end of this thing, like, you're not getting much recoil or bounce, but it is there. And any kind of vibration is noticeable back into your scope when you're shooting and trying to be precise and spot your impacts and whatnot. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I also, for the average dude, I don't see a need for a night vision bridge, but it is a nice feature that they add. I don't know. I don't see a point of it necessarily. Also, maybe a downside is that these rifles ship without a scope base rail on the action. So you end up having to buy that, if you want a 0 MOA or 20 MOA or greater, you end up having to buy that separately. I wish that they would just include a standard 20 MOA base in with it, but it is what it is. It's the decision they've made. Also, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the chassis itself does not have M-LOK type slots along the sides. I want to be able to add weight maybe, or I want to be able to add, an IR light or something if I'm going to use this at night for hunting. I mean, they got a night vision bridge up on top. It's not uncommon to add IR lights and things at night. So I really feel like it should have M-LOK in that sense. I don't know. It's minimal, right? It's minimal things, but still, that's kind of how I see that. All in all, a great rifle, guys. I think it's worth a look if you're getting into competition or precision rifle shooting and you have $2,500 to spend or so. I really think this could be a good option. So anyway, that's my rundown. Bergara Premier Series custom competition rifle. Again, chambered in 6 GT, was a hammer for me. Highly recommend. Thanks for watching today, guys. Tune in again soon for another great video from Precision Rifle Network.